In the harsh and unforgiving battlefield of the southern Ukrainian front, specifically in the direction of Hulyai-Pole, the 3rd Battalion Kryla wings of the 411th Unmanned Systems Regiment, Hawks, continues to launch deadly attacks using FPV drones. Released video footage shows a series of dramatic precision strikes in which Ukrainian drones hunt down fleeing enemy forces, destroying Russian positions, vehicles, and personnel one by one. One by one, the combat drones zoom low at high speed, locking onto the fleeing targets. Explosions hit the enemy's escape routes, sending dirt and debris flying into the air. The footage opens with a drone zooming along a narrow dirt track amidst broken green fields and trees. An enemy target is seen frantically moving in the distance, possibly Russian infantry retreating or seeking cover. The Wings drone approaches at high speed, its FPV camera capturing the enemy's desperate movements. A powerful explosion follows as the warhead detonates directly on target. Dust and smoke billow high, marking the end of the escape attempt. Within seconds, the threat to the enemy's supply line or forward position is eliminated, proving Ukraine's aerial dominance in this sector. At the same time, the drone then enters a more concealed area, dense trees and undergrowth at the edge of the track. The camera captures the silhouettes of the enemy hiding behind tree trunks and bushes. With agile maneuvers, the operator maneuvers the drone over natural obstacles, approaching the target with deadly precision. The explosion occurred amidst vegetation, destroying a temporary enemy position. Thick smoke billowed, leaves fluttered, and a small fire ignited at the impact site. This attack demonstrated the Ukrainian drone's ability to operate in complex terrain, hunting down enemies who thought they could hide from the eagle eyes in the sky. In the next clip, the drone hovers over an open landscape near a watery area or natural trench. An enemy target is seen moving along the edge, possibly attempting to reposition or evade detection. A green target circle appears on the operator's screen, locking on perfectly. The drone dives sharply, and a massive explosion rocks the ground, leaving a crater and thick smoke blanketing the area. This attack effectively destroys small groups of infantry or light equipment attempting to exploit the terrain for cover, once again forcing Russian forces into a fragile defensive position. On a hillside, the footage shows an attack on a green hillside with denser vegetation. The drone approaches under an overcast sky with tactical data overlays, range, weapon status visible on the screen. The target, likely an infantry or equipment position, is heavily hit. A powerful explosion accompanied by a fireball and thick black smoke billowed into the sky. The ground shook and debris flew. This is a classic example of how the FPV Hawks drone disrupted the consolidation of enemy forces on strategic elevations, preventing them from establishing a strong defensive line in the direction of Hulyai-Pole. One of the most dramatic moments was an attack on a Russian military truck parked or moving slowly in an open area near trees. The drone approached from behind, capturing the details of the truck's tarpaulin-covered bed and the silhouettes of the personnel inside. At high speed, the drone struck the rear or side of the vehicle. The powerful explosion destroyed the truck, sending flames and black smoke billowing. These logistics or troop transport vehicles were prioritized targets, disrupting the enemy's supply chain and causing significant casualties and material damage. On the final attack, featured an attack on a more mobile target, a motorcycle or two-wheeled vehicle used by the enemy for rapid movement on dirt roads. The drones pursued aggressively, navigating rough terrain and vegetation. The collisions and explosions occurred precisely on target, destroying the vehicles and their occupants in flames and smoke. This attack confirmed that even Russian light mobility elements are not immune to Ukrainian drones, making every movement on the battlefield a matter of life and death. Overall, this operation by the 3rd Battalion Kryla of the 411th Hawks Regiment demonstrated the lethality of modern drone warfare. Russian troops are depicted attempting to flee to continue their actions, but Ukrainian drones decisively cleared the terrain of the threat. Each strike not only destroyed targets, but also severely damaged enemy morale and operational capabilities on the Hulyai-Pole front. The courage of Ukrainian drone operators and precision technology continues to be decisive in this battle. Ukraine's newly independent military branch, the Unmanned Systems Forces, USF, has concluded an expansive, highly coordinated 48-hour air offensive, systematically striking 46 high-value Russian military and naval assets. In an official briefing published to his Facebook page on Sunday, May 17th, USF Commander Major Robert Magyar Brovdi released compiled combat footage documenting the extensive precision operation. According to Brovdi, drone crews executed 186 individual fire impacts over the nights of May 16th and 17th, completely blinding regional communications and shattering key command structures. The weekend blitz spanned multiple operations, penetrating deep into Russia's heavily insulated domestic perimeters, while simultaneously degrading frontline logistics centers across the occupied Donetsk, Luhansk, and Zaporizhzhia regions. A Project 10410 Svetliak-class border guard patrol ship was successfully struck while docked at the Caspian Sea Naval Base in Kaspiysk, Dagestan. These steel-hulled vessels are equipped with AK-176M guns and anti-submarine warfare gear, serving as crucial littoral escort ships for Russia's maritime border guard. A modern Tor M2 surface-to-air missile system was targeted and destroyed near the settlement of Zakidna in the Luhansk region. Operators scored a direct hit on a vital subterranean strategic protected communications hub belonging to the Russian Black Sea Fleet in occupied Mirny, Crimea. Long-range drones executed targeted strikes on an active assembly of senior officers commanding the 2nd Sapper Battalion of the 91st Engineer Sapper Regiment in Shakhtarsk, alongside the primary command post of the 9th Separate Guards Motorized Rifle Brigade in Pokrovsk. Additionally, the drone campaign severed local data lines by toppling several Russian telecommunications towers in occupied Zaporizhzhia, destroyed an active fuel and lubricants supply train in Fedorivka, and mangled high-capacity harbor cranes inside the occupied port of Berdyansk. The intensive weekend operation represents the continuous execution of what President Volodymyr Zelensky recently coined as Ukraine's long-range sanctions campaign against the infrastructure powering the Kremlin's war machine. The consecutive waves of destruction follow Brovdi's recent implementation of the Standard 10 structural framework for Ukrainian drone crews, aimed at maximizing attrition to outpace Russia's monthly mobilization capabilities. According to recent telemetry data released by the General Staff, automated systems and unmanned platforms are now responsible for roughly 90% of all recorded Russian hardware and personnel losses along the front line. transforming the USF into Ukraine's primary tool for keeping the conflict